Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a review on this new foundation from Mercier. This is the Flawless Lumière Radiance-Perfecting Foundation, and I have mine in the shade 1C1 Shell. So, looks a little yellow to me, but we'll try it out. And then I'm going to be trying that out with the foundation primer from Mercier. It says it's supposed to work well with this foundation, so we'll see. I haven't tried this before, but it is supposed to be a water-based gel that hydrates and just gives you a smooth canvas for foundation. So yeah, it looks like a whitish gel. So here's the foundation primer. It feels pretty nice. Just left my skin feeling smooth and ready for foundation, so hopefully it will wear good. And then while we're letting that soak in, let's read a little bit about the foundation. So this retails for $48 and it comes in 30 shades, although the shade range looks awful. Mostly light to medium. There's really no deep shades, barely at all. And this is supposed to be a luminous foundation with up to 15 hours of hydration and weightless medium to full coverage for a perfectly glowing finish in any light. So the coverage is medium, the finish is radiant. This is for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin types, so pretty much everybody. And this is supposed to moisturize, smooth, and soften the look of the skin and feel like a second skin. So sounds like a foundation I would definitely go for. So let's try it out with a brush on one side and a sponge on the other just to see how it is. So there's one pump of the foundation. It's really like a very small amount for a pump, but doesn't look like too liquidy. It's pretty much staying exactly where I put it. Okay, so there it is on one half of my face with just the one pump. Feels like a highlight coverage, not quite medium yet, I don't think. So I'm going to apply a little bit more and see if I can build it up. Okay, so there it is built up. I got it to pretty much a medium coverage. I think it looks really nice the way it is. Definitely looks like a second skin kind of foundation. I can't really see it sitting on top of my skin. It's just like melded in. So I really like that. I'm sure you could build it up more if you wanted to, but I like the coverage I got right now. So I'm going to try out a sponge on this other side. So there's one layer. It's pretty light coverage with just the one pump with the sponge, but I do really like the finish. It just looks like I have nothing on my skin pretty much. So I really like it with a sponge, but of course if you didn't want it to soak up so much product, I think the brush side looks really nice as well. So I'm going to try and build it up a little bit more on the sponge side. Okay, so there's two layers on each side. This side has less coverage, as you can see, than this side, but whatever. So overall, I used 4 pumps just for one face, obviously. I don't have 2 faces. So I feel like you would fly through this foundation, honestly, if you wanted to build it up a lot. So I feel like if you wanted it to be like a second skin, you probably prefer lighter coverage. Definitely looks like a second skin. It's not too dewy. It looks more like a natural coverage, which I really like. I think it looks really nice so far. So I'm going to apply the rest of my makeup and then I will come back and show you what it looks like with everything else on. And it feels slightly tacky. It's not like a sticky foundation, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be one that dries down. So I'll see you in a minute. And we're back with very dramatic eyes for such a natural foundation. But I just got into playing with my Melt Smoke Sessions palette and I couldn't stop. So I will list all of the other stuff that's on my face in the description if you were wondering. But I really like this foundation so far. It is more of a natural finish. I didn't set it at all. And it's not like too tacky, but it just doesn't dry down. So I think it looks really good. It's not dewy, I wouldn't say. It's just natural. And it's not clinging to any dry patches on my skin. And I have a lot because I have super dry skin. So I think it looks really nice so far. And that primer felt really nice on the skin too. So I'm going to wear this for the rest of the day, and then at the end of the day I will check in with you guys and let you know how it wore. But I really like it so far. If you can see up close, it just looks like a second skin, really. It's not gathering anywhere, it doesn't look cakey or anything, and I like it so far. So I will see you guys at the end of the night. Hey guys, so it's the end of the night here, finally. I've been wearing this foundation for about 8 hours, I think. And I feel like it looks really nice. It definitely looks like skin. I feel like that's the main thing about this foundation. But I mean, for me personally, I like something a little bit more dewy. I feel like the radiance in this foundation comes solely from it being like pearlescent almost. It's not a hydrating foundation in any way. So for me, I think I would use this with a more hydrating primer, and then I would like it a lot more just because I like it more dewy and more hydrating looking. I think it looks really natural and nice, but again, don't go for this foundation thinking it's going to be hydrating because it's not. But I think it did warm up to my skin quite a bit, and I think it looks really nice. So I do like it. It wore off a little bit like around my nose just because I have a cold, so I've been blowing my nose. But everywhere else, it looks really nice. I usually have foundations wear off like all over my nose, and this one didn't, even with wiping my nose. And then my chin, I also get a lot of foundations that wear off because I'm a super messy eater. So can't do anything about that, but this one didn't wear off too bad, so I think this is a really nice long wearing foundation. So I think this would be good for a lot of different skin types, just like it said on Sephora. Right now on Sephora there's a 4.4 star rating out of 5 for this foundation, and all different skin types really like it. I feel like the skin types that don't like it on here are mostly dry just because it's not hydrating. It's just, again, it's like a pearlescent kind of thing. It like looks radiant and everything, but it isn't hydrating. And I really like the primer too. I don't really like it with this foundation just because it's not super hydrating, but I think this would be really good with a more dewy foundation just to smooth out your skin before. I really do like this. So I'll definitely be playing around more with this foundation. I really like it so far. Again, I really think it'd be really nice with a more hydrating primer underneath. So I will definitely be trying that out, but this is like a 4 out of 5 for me, just because I really like the way it looks on my skin. It's very skin-like. It doesn't look dry. It doesn't cling anywhere. It doesn't look cakey. The only downside for me is just that it's not actually hydrating, which would put it at a 5 out of 5 if it was for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of the new Laura Mercier foundation, and I hope it helped you out a little bit. So let me know if you've tried out this foundation and what skin type you have and how it wore on you. I'm really interested to know, and I will see you in my next video.